actually brought earplugs, and I think I'm gonna have to use them. Today is the second drop of the BRZ giveaway. We've got tons of new stuff in stock. I've told you guys about the tactical breakers that we have. I love them. We've got these guys. You have wanted banners for forever, and we got them, babe. What else do we have?
We have 2 shirts, a hoodie, dad hat, jet tag, stickers. I think that's it on this one. We have more coming, but that's it for this one.
We have a third drop coming in 2 weeks or so.
Yeah.
A couple weeks. I don't want to say the wrong thing. Every $1 you spend at 53supply.com gets you entered in winning that BRZ up there. We're almost done with the air suspension. If you guys do want to know anything else about the giveaway or the merch that we have in stock right now, just head over to the site. You can open it in a new tab and continue this video here in a second. So happy shopping and good luck.
Almost hit me in the face.
Guys, I have so much extra stuff for this S2000. Check it out. Like he gave, I didn't film this. I actually have more in my car. I have a Recaro seat that's actually got leather on it that I might actually put in the passenger. I might actually use as a passenger seat because I kind of want to get like an OMP or like an actual Halo seat for this car. 2 K blocks, which you guys can probably guess I can use one as a rebuild, but I really want to use one for a Civic. Some extra tires, an extra sway bar. I mean, I got a ton of stuff. Guys, before we get going, I kept my promise. I did not drive this car. So this car, I rolled straight off of the trailer. I kept my promise. I didn't drive it until until it was time. The only time I will ever tell you this, guys, I do not want you to watch this video unless you've watched the last video. Unless you know how cool this is, the story behind it, I really don't want you to watch this video. I really need you to go back and watch the most recent video of where I bought this car. It might look like a clickbaity title or something. It's not. It's a very long video, but it's also a very emotional, cool one. I just traded for this fully built K24 powered S2000. And actually, by the way, before I say anything, I have been really bad at promoting this, but we are giving away this Subaru BRZ, 2022 BRZ. You guys can enter to win at 53supply.com. Every $1 you spend, we're doing air suspension on it right now. Every $1 you spend, you get 1 entry at 53supply. On April 8th, we also have a new merch drop with amazing designs. It actually might be today. New merch today. Actually, I just checked the date. So make sure you head on over to 53supply.com and enter. We're almost done with the bags. I'm not gonna waste any time, honestly. We're just gonna drive the car. This car is amazing. If you wanna know anything about it, you should already know everything about it because you should have watched that video like I told you to. But if you haven't, you're stubborn as hell for not listening to me. But let's hop in to this S2K. Head out there. It's a very hot, nice, warm day, but tires can be sticky. I've never driven this car. Let's figure it out. Oh, it's hot. Okay. Let's go. I'm excited, guys. This is it. Hope I don't break it, but if I do, this is gonna really tell me what all I need to do, change, even if it's just like, if I find out that, hey, it's way too freaking loud, which it is. We're definitely gonna make an exhaust for it, but. Wow, that's rowdy. I actually brought earplugs, and I think I'm gonna have to use them. Yep. This car is, how you say, raw. Very raw. I've never driven this car. In all the years I've been around it, okay. This car doesn't have power steering, so it's very raw feeling. Definitely very bouncy. The throttle is super touchy. All right, hopefully you guys can hear everything that goes on, but I'm gonna go ahead and just cruise real quick. Go to my favorite room. So it's got, man, okay, dude. This car's got 477 gears, 477 rear end, so it's like, I'm in fifth. He did say that the speedometer doesn't work, and it's because the plug is right here. It's the speed sensor. He didn't wire it in, apparently. I don't know. First, like, the car's not even warmed up yet. My first thoughts, this car is torquey. Like, for 3,500 RPMs, 25% throttle, You can tell this car has huge cams. Huge cams. Whoa! Okay. The bump stiffness is really soft. I can see how this car could probably snap oversteer. Wow. Alright. It sounds like a freaking dirt bike, dude. Super lightweight flywheel, I'm pretty sure. I'm not exactly sure what flywheel's in it, but dude, this thing is like, the revs are like really good. The gearing? Oh, Ethan. Okay, dude. This car sounds and almost like simulates a motorcycle. It's sick. All right, now that we're pretty much, we're kind of getting warmed up. I'm pretty sure the coolant sensor works. Yeah. Makes the sickest noises, dude. Alright, so the suspension's a little soft. I prefer a little harder suspension. I'm actually it's nice. It's not horrible, but it's pretty bouncy. I'm about to take it on a road that I absolutely love. I love the S2000's dash, dude. This is so sick. Right now, I want to say this thing probably, I think Ethan tuned this. I think it probably makes about 250 wheel. Hoping to squeeze some more out of it in Ethan's, sorry, I have two Ethans, I guess I refer to now. The downshift, dude. The gears are very short. It's interesting. Definitely not a car you want to be road tripping on or driving a long way. Let's see. It's very, I've got some sort of almost like it's like something is like almost catching in the steering column. I don't know. It can rev well over 8,000 and I'm about to try and do that. I'm not sure what the rev limiter is and I don't want to go too terribly hard on it before we like get a real, you know, legit tune on it, but I guess here we go. Okay. Ethan was definitely right. So after about 8,000 RPMs, you can feel all of the things. One of the reasons why is because the balancer, the balance shafts have been removed in this car. I'm going to slow down a little bit so I can take these turns pretty fun. But the balance shafts that come in the K24, this particular one, have been removed, and that really just like removes what it's intended to do is remove some vibrations and higher RPMs. The 4G63 is the same way. We actually removed that in my Evo, my 2.2 long rod for my Evo 8, which I know that's probably a lot of you guys are waiting on that, but. Okay, so this is rad so far. I definitely want to, I'm gonna catch up to this guy real quick, but this, with earplugs, it's great so far. Okay, brakes are pretty good. Oh yeah, snap oversteer, Ethan was not kidding. I can definitely see how these cars naturally are very prone to snap oversteer, and the Miatas actually not so much, and I think that's why a lot of people kind of prefer Miatas to learn HPD in, because they're a lot more forgiving. S2000s are very raw. I think ultimately, like driving something like this on a track, or even like a first gen Viper, you really learn a lot about bump stiffness, rebound stiffness, and the importance of aerodynamics, the importance of a lot of different variables, but also to just have the, basically it teaches you how to use as much of the track as possible instead of just, you know, muscling your way through corners, which is what a lot of people get in a really bad habit of doing. The smallest amount of input I can have here will get me through a corner quicker. I love the way that this thing sounds. I'm just gonna go straight to, okay, fifth. It literally sounds like a motorcycle, dude. I'm gonna slow down a little bit. Go first gear. You ready? The high revving is really fun. I think that's a cop. Oh, there's no way he didn't hear me if it is. Okay, no, it's not. We're good. Dude, the high revving in this is insane. I've never driven a car that's naturally aspirated with this much like torque. I've driven V8 cars, but this is definitely significantly different. I gotta go slow over these. Oh my god. There's just something about, so he has the Prianto stage 5 cams in this. So I mean it breathes. It really breathes, and it retains VTEC. So when you're like 5,500 RPMs, you're still getting that little wah, you know. It's cool. I love VTEC, and I'm glad he kept it. It's a cool sensation, but it's very effective technology, and it's also keeps the car a lot more streetable than something with a higher stage cam when you get rid of that VTEC and have just a super low cam. My first thoughts are I want to stiffen the front bump. This car's definitely fun. I'm kind of excited to keep it going. I'm going to turn around and hit that corner again because that's my favorite place. My favorite thing. Okay, here we go. We are good, brother. I'm just going to start the second. 477 gears. This is a bumpy ass boat, bro. I love the shifting, dude. The clutch is so good in this. This is definitely okay, so for one, it's very touchy, and I don't know, that might be something Ethan can tune out and kind of mess with the throttle body a little bit, but it's like you barely blip the throttle body, and it's like, okay, we're going. But you also get that effect that sounds like a motorcycle. I mean, I'm not kidding. If I move the throttle a millimeter, it changes the input, which is, I guess it's good, but it's not really translatable to other cars that I've driven. But again, that might be something that's really, really effective whenever I hop into another car. All things considered, with everything like polyurethane bushings or like all new, like really stiff bushings and stuff in this car, all that considered, like this is actually pretty usable still. What I might do is, Ethan also gave me a stiffer sway bar in the front, and right now what I'm kind of thinking is it does need a stiffer sway bar and more negative camber, and typically whenever you do that you want to give a little bit more negative camber. I don't really know how to adjust the ride height. I need to get this thing on an actual road course. Yeah, this thing is really rad. I love this car. So I really wanted to get this out of my system. Ethan, you built a fantastic car. I love this thing, buddy. This, something crazy about this is this car was because it took so much time and effort and stuff to get this car built the way that it is, it was down most of the time I lived in Arkansas. And whenever it did run, sometimes it didn't run for long, not because of like builder error, but like I know one of his oil pumps failed at one point in time. Just random miscellaneous things. So I've never actually driven this car. I wanted, whenever I did car reviews back in the day, I really wanted to review this car. But this is the first time, even though I've seen this car and known this car personally for 8 years, this is the first time I've ever actually been in the driver's seat with this car on and driving this car. Never even moved it. So never even so much as moved it. And also considering, you know, one of my favorite people in the world built this car, made it sexy. It's awesome. As I'm getting used to this car, I'm wanting to go a little harder, but this is, dude, it kind of like, it's not frightening really, but the car, like, you kind of have to have a healthy fear for this car as you're driving it, because it really wants to, it wants the rear, the nose wants to dip down and make the rear end slide around, and that can be kind of frightening, but it can also be effective if you keep your inputs to a minimum. Having, I don't know, so it's electric power steering in this car, I'm not even sure. It kind of feels like he still has it, and I just don't know about that. I've never driven a stock AP1, or AP2 for that matter. It has some kinks and quirks that I need to kind of iron out, but it's sick, it's amazing. Funny enough, this car really should be a dogleg 5-speed. Because I don't even use first. I'm not probably ever going to use first gear anymore. I'm going to start in second like this. The K24 is awesome, guys. It's such a it just has such a cool sound. I mean, it really is one of the most unique, amazing, especially, I just love it, dude. Typically, Hondas can sound pretty annoying, but this one, for some reason, doesn't. It's a little loud, but I'm here for it. I'm kind of excited to go back through the footage and see how loud I'm talking. I hope you guys can hear me. Not that I would mind whatsoever driving this car again and redoing the clip, but, you know, there's something about the first time authenticity there. Heel toe on this car is perfect because this car is so eager to rev. You barely blip your heel on it and it's like, yeah, that's nice. That is that's awesome. I'm all good. Thank you. Gotta get a picture for the gram. Alright, cool. Got some pics for the gram. Typically, I don't mind longer throws when you're shifting too, but this really short throw shifter is amazing, and it's got a super heavy shift knob on it too. Yes, sir. Baby, you can just, I don't know if you guys can see this. You obviously can't feel anything, but this car is very touchy, and that's due to a lot of different things. really have always wanted an S2000. Whenever I bought my Miata, I couldn't afford one. These cars are so cool. And I'm really glad that I got one that's so built and so fun. This car's super fun.
Yeah.
It's also very raw. That's NA, no turbo. I mean, that's just because it's got big cams.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, I mean, it's high compression pistons and all that. I'm excited to take it out to a track.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's also very like rough around the, I mean, not, like in a good way. It's very rough around the edges and like brutal. There you go.
I like it.
Well, Ethan, I can tell you that this car is freaking awesome. One might even say it cranks hog. That was insane, and I also totally get it. With a mixture of how raw this car is and so the PTSD factor of when you build a car like this, you spend all that effort and money and time into building it and it breaks on you. The last thing you want to do is drive it again and have the possibility of breaking it. Now, because I am fresh meat inside of this cockpit, that sounded horrible. But because I am new to this and I've never broken it, I want to go full send and I enjoyed the hell out of it. Very fun car, super crazy. Insane actually, how fun this car has been to drive today, and I'm excited to like make a quieter exhaust for it, just continue to tinker with it and kind of beef it up and see what aspects of the car need work. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, the first time this car hits a track, it might not be great because this car's never been truly set up at a road course. And a lot of R&D has to happen, especially with coilovers that are this adjustable and all the different parts that I have. So I'm excited to get going on that. I don't know if I'm gonna make a video on it. I don't know, people typically don't like watching track focused content. So I think I might just enjoy it for myself, but I might make a video on it anyways. But this car has been so awesome and I absolutely enjoyed it. Guys, make sure again, to remind you, we do have the new clothing drop. You guys go to 53supply.com and enter to win the 2022 BRZ we are giving away. We're almost finished, like I said, with the air suspension on it. It's gonna be so sick. Every $1 you spend gets you one chance to win the car. $1 is one entry. I know last video's life advice was pretty heavy. Don't regret it at all. But I give you guys daily advice after every video that I make, and I want to do it again, obviously, because I like doing it. I want to help you guys. I kind of want to actually continue with what I was saying yesterday in a different sense, I guess, in a different light. So my point yesterday was, if all you're doing is collecting and all you think about in life is money, material possessions, relationships, sleeping with somebody, you're gonna pour into a cup that's holes in the bottom. You're never gonna be filled up, you're never gonna be satisfied, you're never gonna be refreshed. Whenever I said money isn't everything, if I could tell my 16-year-old self money is not everything, I'm gonna give you a little example about that. Like, money's cool. I will never ever say that money is not great and helpful for living your basic life, right? Everybody has this core issue, right? And this happened to me too. You start making money to pay for your bills, and then you start making enough money to maybe start paying for some hobbies and doing things extracurricular, if you will. And then you start making more money and more money and more money, and you're really never satisfied. And the problem with that is you will never know when enough is enough. There will never be enough, especially if all you think about and rely on in life is money. And I did that for the longest time. It took me a long time to realize, like, oh, that's not the main thing in life. But let me give you another example here. Every F1 driver, all 20 drivers make millions of dollars in their lifetime, right? The money's cool, but nobody wants to get last place. The money's not enough. Like, if you consistently get last place, you're never gonna be happy. That sucks. Yeah, you'll take $1 million, but at the end of the day, you want your life to mean something. You want your career, you want what you're doing with your career, your life, your hobbies, you want that to mean something at the end. So whether or not you're worth millions of dollars at the end of your career or at the end of your life, if you will, if you didn't make anything of yourself, now I'm not saying anything bad about the people who get 20th place. I love you, Daniel Ricciardo. These are the best drivers in the world, but I'm just giving you guys kind of an analogy here. You can make all the money in the world, but if you end up in last place and you're not remembered, if you don't actually end up having more of a root in your soul than just cash, then what's your point of being here? What's the point of being here? The point of being here is not to just make money. It's to do something more than that. You can go back and watch the last video's life advice. It's a little heavy, but kind of elaborates on that and what I think is more than that. But I love you guys, and I will catch you guys next video. That's it. I'm really hot and toasty because it's hot in Texas right now, and we completely skipped spring. I'll catch you guys next video. Peace. Hey, I got 2 videos for you guys to watch. I don't know if you can say that again. I got 2 videos for you to watch. Basically, you should watch them. That would make my day. Thanks. Ooh, had my voice cracked.